Hello, friends, and welcome back to The Brightest again. I'm your host, Mr. Bright. Do you want to skip your daily boring 9-to-5 job and live in a beautiful and cheap country? I mean, who doesn't? Then what if I tell you that you can live in the heavenly country? That too, just for $500 a month. Would you believe me? Yes, seriously. Also, have a look at this simple and normal house, which would cost you around $200,000 in the US. But now, look at this beauty. You could buy this beautiful mansion for only $50,000. Yes, I'm not kidding. Where, you ask? Well, you need to keep watching to find out. But before that, check out these delicious mouth-watering dishes. Did you know that each of these dishes will only cost you about $2 to $3 at max in Vietnam? Shocked, right? Then skip your daily routine for a few minutes and join me, because today I'm going to talk about different countries where living and traveling is super cheap. In today's video, the most comfortable and cheapest countries to live in. Number 1, Ecuador. So friends, as I told you earlier, you can own a beautiful mansion for just $50,000. And the name of the country where you will find this cheap mansion is Ecuador. And all you need, just the money, and you're all set. The reason why the houses are less costly is that there is an oversupply of houses and the demand is very low. And this also is the reason why you can get residency as an investor, a business owner, a retiree, a student, or even a work visa, or a professional visa with proof of a higher education. But if you don't want to own a permanent house, then just imagine yourself living in this huge and luxurious house in downtown Cienega that just costs you $500 a month. And that's what I call a sweet, sweet deal. And in this country, you don't even need to own a car because transport here is so cheap that it costs you only $2 to $5 to travel to different local places. Not just that, but if you ever decide to settle here, the plus point would be the healthcare sector, which is quite affordable. What I mean to say is that even if you don't have insurance coverage, the prices here will be very affordable. You might pay as little as 10 to 30% of the price you would pay for the same clinical or surgical procedures in the US. For example, a hip replacement can cost you $5,500 in Ecuador, and that same replacement would cost you around $32,000 in the US. Apart from that, everything that you want, you'll find in this country. A small village life, big city convenience, lush green hills and fertile valleys. Also, you'll love the climate of this country, as it is 69 degrees Fahrenheit in the day and 50 degrees Fahrenheit at night. So you won't need either a heater nor a cooling system. A typical meal here will cost you around $5.14. That includes beef, chicken, and seafood in the coastal region, which are typically served with carbohydrate-rich food, like rice. Additionally, the low cost of living in Ecuador allows retirees to increase their travel, take up new hobbies, and generally enjoy a better quality of life. Ecuador offers something for everyone, and at prices unheard of in North America and Europe. Number 2, Mauritius. So guys, you can live in a tropical heaven for just $500 a month, and this heaven exists in the breathtaking country of Mauritius. Quite amazing, right? There are so many places to visit in this epic country, like the Rochester Falls located towards the south of Mauritius on the Savannah River. And if history interests you, then don't forget to visit the Identity of Mauritius Le Morne, which is declared as a World Heritage Site. It was this very place where the slaves in the 19th century used to come to hide from their owners and escape slavery. So if the history and the beauty of Mauritius enchants you, then feel free to stay there as long as you want, because renting a 2-room apartment not far from the beach can cost you only $200 a month and another $100 from your pocket for food, and you'll be great for a month. And the fun part is, you can directly pluck the fruit like mangoes, bananas, and other fruits from the trees and just eat them. That means no more spending money on tasty fruits. And when we talk about the cost of living, it's quite good. It's 30.61% lower than in the US. Plus, investors and other high-level professionals are encouraged to do business on this island. So, if you have a great business idea and wish to settle in this exotic location, this is just the best country for you. Number 3, Vietnam. So folks, As I mentioned at the start, you can eat the tastiest of Vietnamese food for as cheap as $2 to $3. That is because the value of their currency, the dong, is very low compared to the dollar. To be precise, $1 is 23,000 dong. If we talk about the food, these Vietnamese cuisines is steeped in their traditions, including a combination of Chinese and French cooking techniques applied to local ingredients. Although world-class dining is available throughout the country, especially in major cities, Vietnam's culinary spirit is found on the streets. Here, street food is so famous that even the restaurants fail in front of them. One of their most popular dishes is the very tasty beef and chicken sauté served with a peanut sauce, redolent with the smell of coconut and lemongrass. And if you want a more filling snack, then try the famous banh mi sandwich from Saigon, a preparation that includes pate, pickled vegetables, cilantro, and sriracha on a crisp, rice-enriched baguette. Oh, and the cost of this filling and delicious meal is just 50 cents. Not just that, but you'll find beaches, ancient culture, history, and tradition. And if you wish to stay near the sandy and breezy beaches of Vietnam, you'll just have to pay the rent of $300 to $350 per month. Isn't that super cheap? Number 4, Peru. Did you know that the average salary of an English teacher is $49,852 in Peru? Yeah, really. And if you want to make a career in teaching, then that too in such a beautiful country, then you don't want to miss this chance. The reason behind such a high salary for an English teacher is because the economy of the country is growing very fast and the demand for English competency is soaring. Plus, with a hefty salary, teachers in Peru also enjoy privileges, such as becoming an advisor to a town. And the TEFL, i.e. teaching English as a foreign language, graduates seeking employment in Peru are most often placed in Cusco, a city in Peru, the gateway to the famous ruins of Machu Picchu, or in Lima, the national capital. But even if you are not the teacher kind, no worries, because you can also find work in marketing and tourism, where a travel agent's average salary would be around $1,153, and a person working in marketing can earn up to $2,177 per month. Well, it seems like Peru might be the perfect country for you. Bonus that it's one of the cheapest countries to live in and work in. Not just working, but this country is also good for travelers who want to go hiking. The Machu Picchu and the Inca Trail is a must visit for any wanderer. Also, the cost of living in Peru is quite cheap. You can rent a bedroom apartment for just $250, while a meal in a local market will cost you only $2 to $3 at max. Now, we've seen the cheapest houses, the cheapest food. Let us have a look at some of the cheapest rents in the world. Number 5, Indonesia. Friends, you won't believe that in some parts of Indonesia, you get to live in a studio apartment for just $142 a month and just $12 for a night at a hotel. Well, isn't that extremely cheap? Like legit, where in most US states, the rent can go as far as $1,000 to $1,500. You can consider this as the best country to live in. Plus, Indonesia is home to approximately 17,000 islands. There are certain places here like Bali and Jakarta that are more comparable on prices to other major cities around the world. But rest assured, if you visit other places in this country, they are quite cheap. Now, if we talk about Indonesian food, then you cannot miss the very yummy and popular Indomie, coming with multiple flavors. This snack will leave you satisfied. It's just priced at 25 cents a pack. And then there's the sweet martabak, which is nothing but an Indonesian version of a pancake. So friends, I've told you all about these cheap and affordable countries. Which country would you consider traveling to or living in the future? Let us know your answer in the comments below. And like if you agree that these are the cheapest and most comfortable countries in the world to press pause and settle down in for a while. Also, while pressing pause, don't forget to press the bell icon too, so that you will never miss an update from The Brightest. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, toodles!